Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Brother Reynolds Field here on the campus of Salve Regina University in beautiful and historic Newport, Rhode Island. A gorgeous afternoon here in Newport for the Salve Regina Seahawks to take on the Huskies of Southern Maine in a non-conference women's soccer matchup. Hello again and welcome. I am Andrew Pizzelli bringing you the call here this afternoon. The Seahawks 2-2 on the season. Southern Maine 3-1 overall on the 2019 season. This is the first ever meeting between these two schools. Would like to welcome into the broadcast now my good friend Ryan Costa. Ryan, how are we doing here this afternoon?
Oh, pretty good here, Andrew. Game 2 of the doubleheader here on Reynolds Field. As you mentioned, these teams have never met before, so there might be a little bit of a feeling out process to begin things, see how both teams play. But either way, looking forward to it.
Seahawks started out 2-0. They've dropped 2 in a row now. And back home here on Reynolds Field, they played on Topa Field earlier this week in a tough game against Coast Guard. But the return here to their normal home field, Reynolds Field. In net for the Huskies, Kayla Gorman, 3-1 on the season. She has made every start for the Huskies, the freshman from Windham, Maine. And opposing her, another freshman, Jenna Park from Barrington, Rhode Island. She is 2-2. She has also made every start for the Seahawks. And the Huskies will have first touch. Emma Cost, a senior from Waterboro, Maine, will touch it back to her team, and away we go. Emily Bragg turns it over. Here's Megan McLaughlin trying to play it in space for Kara Cody. Cody looking to roll it on the goal, and it's grabbed by Gorman.
Yeah, Megan McLaughlin right off the start for the Seahawks. Aggressive on defense. She wins the ball. She finds a hole to send it through. But a good save from the freshman keeper, Gorman.
Emma Dennison trying to get away from Kat Hunter. Making Dennison drop it back. And that's picked off and taken by Amanda Bentz, and then fed back out to midfield. Hops away from Adela Kalua. And then sent long and deep again for McLaughlin. Racing with Maddie Freeman. Knocked out of play. And the Seahawks will throw in from the near touchline. Anna Downs will lob it in. Downs looks to drive it towards the box. Knocked away by the Huskies. Molly Leary feeds it out to midfield. Taken by the Huskies. Alex Elaine sends it into the corner on the left side, out of play. And it will be last touched by Southern Maine. Salve will throw in. Knocked out of play again, so the Seahawks will throw in from the far touchline. Cody had it roll off her foot. Bounced out to midfield. Bentz touches it back. Taken away from Olivia Picard. And a long distance try towards the goal. That one just struck by Emma Dennison. Well off the mark, and a goal kick coming here for Jenna Park.
Yeah, first attempt of the game from the Huskies. That comes from at least 30 yards out.
Ball comes to the near side. Emily Zimrello. And we'll get a free kick here for the Huskies. Elise Porter lines up to take the kick. Three Seahawks come to form a small wall. Emma Dennison stands to the left of them. Porter approaches. It's headed on the goal. It's going to roll wide. Park will come out and grab it.
Solid placement on the free kick. Not sure who got it for the Huskies, but a solid head on the ball, working across to the net. But it's just a slow roller where Park is able to pick it up.
Ball loose at midfield. Ellie Gross turns it over on the far side. Taken back by Picard. Down the right side, Cody waiting, trying to chip it in front. Knocked just away from McLaughlin. Rolling out to midfield, taken now by the Huskies. Kalilwa and Zamrello get tied up. Another long try right into the hands of Park. That time from Sierra Berthumi. Bent going to chip it down the left side. Downs. And McLaughlin not able to get there. Coming out to field it is Kayla Gorman.
Yeah, it's a good idea there. Downs is making the run towards the corner. But the ball just travels a little bit too far for the Seahawks.
Amanda Bent can't corral it in the midfield. Looking to turn and run with it now is Alex Elaine. And taken back by Hannah Rossman. Rossman looking to send it long and deep. Cody sprinting up to it. And knocking it away again is Emily Bragg, tracking back. Zamrello looks to head it. Kalilwa sprinting up the right side. Looking to send it on the net off the hands of Park, and she scores! Strong shot from Adela Kalilwa, the senior from Lewiston, and the Huskies take the lead.
Yeah, Kalilwa receives the ball and just heads towards the corner, cuts back towards the net. A hard shot on net, and it's just too much for Park to handle. And just like that, the Huskies take the lead.
And a player down for Salve on the far side. Looks like Kara Cody. And they will stop time while Cody is attended to.
Yeah, go ahead, trainer. Yeah, apparently.
And head athletic trainer David Cox will come out to check on Cody. And while he does that, we will take a quick break. Welcome back to the field. Throwing from the far side. Seahawks there to disrupt. And Cody will come back onto the field. She seems to be quite okay. Bentz zigzagging her way through the midfield. Gets it to Meg McLaughlin on the right side. Looks to hit Cody in stride, and that one just barely missed. Comes into the waiting arms of Kayla Gorman. Adela Kalilwa up the near side, able to get the little self pass to go. Some space right side, and gives it away to Leary. Chop back to Kalilwa again, though. Jousting with Zemrello. And Zemrello called for the foul. Maddie Freeman. Long and deep. Ball loose deep in the corner. Emma Cost trying to move it in front. Pop back out towards midfield. Elise Porter moves it out high. Dancing with it is Dennison. Back to Porter. Dennison again. Blitz by Picard. Dennison retreat. Leaves it for Porter. Her drive blocked by Betts. Zemrello stands in the way of that pass from Elaine. Now a left-footed shot rolls on the goal and right into the arms of Park.
Here's some good possession time there for the Huskies, but they are forced to take a shot from outside the box.
McLaughlin sprinting up to a ball, and a good job tracking back was Alex Alon. Leary would just send it out of play on the far side. Huskies will throw in. 36-37 and counting to go in the first half. 1-0 the Southern Maine lead. Ball knocked back into the Seahawk zone. Bouncing into the direction of Kalilwa. Again, her and Zemrello along the near sideline, and it's last touched by the Seahawks. Emily Bragg lobs it in. Kalilwa trying to find an angle to it, and Katie Zemrello comes over to grab it. Kept alive by the Huskies. Ball spinning at the 18. Knocked out to midfield. Kept alive by Porter. Bragg. Hunter now sends it back to the Husky zone. Lobbed in by Southern Maine. Headed out of play by Hannah Rossman. Rossman actually make this McLaughlin knocking it away. Comes right back to the Huskies though. Bentz can't connect with Cody. Leary chips it near side. Zemrello with the left foot. Can't be settled down by Cody. Runs onto it now on the corner left side. Cody looking to cut back to the inside. Looking to roll it in front. Megan McLaughlin rolled up at the 18. Was not able to get there to get to that ball. Kalilwa knocks it away. Zemrello looking to move it to Cody. Leary heading it back to Katie Zemrello. Alex Allen moves it up to Emma Dennison. Dennison, time and space left side. Little pass for Berthium. Berthium now straight away up top with a shot. That goes wide. Huskies really pinning the Seahawks in their zone here the last couple minutes.
Yeah, and the Huskies are getting some nice touches on the ball in order to keep possession.
Zamrello with the kick. Cody looking to turn the corner, off and running, spins it into space, and it's easily fielded by Gorman.
Good timing, right? Not where we want it. Come on, White, keep it up.
Ball bounces away from McLaughlin. Dennison turns it over to Amanda Downs. Picard looks to chip it across. Kept alive by Hunter. Numbers for the Seahawks, but a good job stepping up there. Emily Baker along the back line for the Huskies. McLaughlin on the right side. Little stop and start. Wanted to cross into the middle, and the Seahawks get a corner.
The Seahawks working along that far sideline. They're going to wind up with their first corner of the game.
And it's Katie Zamrello going out into the far corner, left side. Kick. It's going to come up short. Almost found Cody's foot. Hunter tried to one-time it on the net. That was blocked. Right side again, Zamrello driving it forward. Cody has it fall right in front of her on a whistle before she could fire it home.
Yeah, Seahawks get the ball right back after the corner kick. They're able to reload. And it appears that was Zamrello trying to get Cody inside the box, but Cody just steps over the line and is offsides.
Take a touch on your back. Turn.
Bent plays it through towards Downs left side, and it's fed out of play by Emily Bragg.
Lift, not too much lift, not too much lift.
Bent chips it out in front, bouncing away, shot on the goal, just misses. Crashing into the net, I believe that was Kat Hunter who came flying in from the right side.
That was a fortunate Seahawk bounce there, as the ball just takes a bounce, goes right to the far post. And the ball bounces up a little bit too high for Kat Hunter as she just gets under it and puts it over the crossbar.
Ball left in play as Downs went right over the back of Emily Bragg. Downs now down the left side. And she shoves Maddie Freeman off the ball. Last touch by Downs.
Hey, Anna, big quick services. Beat one, serve. Get there!
Here's the kick from Gorman. Bent kind of got a piece of that. Downs rips it away from Bragg again and then rolls it on the net, and that one's easily grabbed by Kayla Gorman. And the freshman will hold it as we approach 30 minutes to play in the first half.
The Seahawks are able to cause some turnovers here. It's a kind of swinging momentum as of right now.
Now up, ladies, up, defense, too deep.
Now it's the Seahawks really standing strong at midfield. Pinning the Huskies in their zone. Downs sprints to it left side, looks across it, and it's blocked and knocked away by Baker. Picard trying to sprint to it. Still battling at the 18 with Alex Allen. And Zamrello jumped on that ball at midfield, but a whistle against Salve.
Here we go, Blue, here we go!
And a whistle way back in Husky territory.
Too deep.
Porter has to drop it back off and turns it over to McLaughlin. Right side's going to drive it on the goal, and it's grabbed by Gorman.
CC.
Picard.
Now stretch, CC. Now stretch. So there's sweepers, CC.
Cost.
Force it this way. Force it this way.
Near side, Emily Bragg. Turns it over. Amanda Bentz. Down the left side. Gets it through to Kara Cody. Back to Downs. Chips it to Cody. Cody left side. Trying to play it in front and just missed McLaughlin.
Yeah, the give and go there freed Cody up. That drew the Huskies into the near side corner, and it opened things up for McLaughlin to come in, but the pass just didn't connect.
Would have been all alone in front. Good answer here from the Seahawks after allowing the goal. Got very aggressive and went right up the field. And continue to keep the Huskies pinned in their zone. Bentz trying to get it around Kalilwa. Picard. Chipped across, Hunter, back to Picard. Plays it into the corner far side for McLaughlin, and that one's going to roll out of play. Things clouding up a bit here at Reynolds. It's been a very breezy afternoon. Wind blowing right across the field from right to left. So the Seahawks aided by the wind here in this first half. Emily Zimrello with the left foot. Bounces one forward, and it's just kicked out of play by Maddie Freeman.
Okay, movement, let's see.
Cody moves it out high. Picard crashing in, and a foul called against the Huskies.
The Huskies will be holding their 18 on this free kick.
Lots of movement, ladies, lots of movement.
Katie Zimrello swings the leg, drives it towards the goal, and it falls into the arms of Kayla Gorman.
Good hands there by Gorman as she had both dark blue and white jerseys crashing in on her.
See how short it is? You don't need to be this deep.
And a big hit, Hunter. Knocked down, and thought we might get a card. Just maybe a warning here issued to Allie Gross, a freshman from Saco, Maine. Free kick from just over midfield. Driven towards the net. McLaughlin with a drive, and she scores! She heads it on the net, right over the hands of Kayla Gorman and the Seahawks. And my mistake, that one went just over. And offside's the call made, but a near miss for McLaughlin.
It was a great kick in.
Zimrello crashing in, can't keep it away from Kalilwa. And now Bentz rips it free. Chips it 2 downs. It's been a very good answer here for Salve after allowing the goal. McLaughlin just jumps in the way of the service pass from Gorman. Seahawks with a definite hop in their step.
Yeah, it seems as though when Gorman is getting rid of the ball from the back, the Seahawks seem to just be winning those 50-50 balls, and that's allowed them to stay in the zone.
Katie Zimmerello flies it out to midfield. Dennison and Hunter both fall down. No call made.
Yeah, it looks like contact on both sides, so the official just let that play.
Rossman looking for space. Can't connect with McLaughlin. Who had appeared to score, but the Seahawks were called offsides on a header. McLaughlin trying to get it through for Cody. Kara Cody strikes it on the net, and it's saved by Gorman. Had down streaking on the left side as well.
Yeah, it's a good aggressive shot there by Cody, but Gorman comes out of her own net, gets big, and she ends up just getting it with both hands.
Forward, Hannah, forward. Look at
Cody
to the goal.
dancing out high, and the ball fed away from her. Right, she made her move to shoot.
Anna, you're already open. Into the net. Okay? Into the net.
Do it again. Wait. Pressure that. There it is.
Bentz trying to step up and force a turnover. Huskies drive it long and deep. Leary looks to head it back across. Sierra Berthium now. Physical up the left side. And Rossman called for the foul.
We had possession.
Berthium will take the free kick.
Follow your mark. Follow your mark.
Just offset from midfield to the left. About 30 yards away. Driven on the goal, and Jenna Park makes the save.
Park was on the far post, and the Huskies tried to catch her off guard there with a shot towards the near post, but she's able to make her way over and secure the ball.
Hunter able to navigate her way around Emma Cost. Ball knocked out of play. It will belong still to Salve Regina. Molly Breslin checking into the game now. We'll give Kara Cody a breather. Megan Chase comes on to replace Allie Gross. And a corner coming here for the Seahawks. Breslin just checked into the game. Able to tie up Emily Bragg on the far side. And we'll get a corner here for Salve. Zimmerello drives it in front, headed on the net, headed twice, careening in front, and it goes wide.
Yeah, the Seahawks were almost able to do a give and go through the air there, as it looks like it was Zimmerello and Downs. Zimmerello on the far post and Downs on the near. As Downs tried to give it back, but Zimmerello just couldn't get to it, as the ball just rolls right past the far post and out of bounds.
Breslin back to Hunter. McLaughlin heads it into the corner right side. And another corner coming. Just knocked out of play by the Huskies. And the wind continuing to pick up here at Reynolds. Zimmerello in the far corner, right side, swings the leg, kick out in front. Hunter trying to one-time it on the net. And it's fed all the way back out to Rossman at midfield. She'll track it down and can't keep it in. Leary just deflects it out of play. Leary again will track it down. In deep, she'll just let it roll out. And we'll get a goal kick here from Jenna Park as Mia Papiro comes onto the field. She'll give Downs a break.
Who are you going in for? Number 10. Thank you.
Rossman will look to throw in from the far side for Salve. 17:55 to go. Grace Steady will check in now for the Huskies, giving Emma Dennison a break. So a freshman checking in for a senior. Porter tangled up with Bentz. Ball kept alive by Southern Maine. Lob towards Kahlua. Papiro plays it out right in front of the Seahawks bench. Lobbed in the direction of Kahlua again. And Picard sends it out of play. Throw in for Emily Bragg. Dropped into Elise Porter. And Papiro there to knock it out. Once again, Maddie Freeman boots it towards the box. And Zemrello called for the foul. Maybe 6 or 7 yards outside the 18. Berthium will be the one driving it forward. 16:09 and counting to go here in the first. 1-0 Southern Maine. The kick on the ground towards the 18. Berthium runs under it again with the left foot. Plays it on the goal. Goes off of Park, but out of play.
Yeah, Berthium tries to go short there. The Seahawks spit the ball out right in the middle of the field, and Berthium has one thing on her mind. As soon as she sees that, she's going to run up, take a hard shot on net, stays on the ground, and Park just pushes it out of play.
Now Berthium will be in the right corner. Drives it on the goal, and it's headed high and wide by the Huskies. Katie Zemrello will kick it away here for Salve, aided by the wind. And she spins it low, and it bounces out to midfield. Knocked out by Salve. Last touch by Hunter. Rossman went to go kick it forward. And we're going to get a stoppage here while there's a Husky down on the ground. Looks like that might be... thought that might have been Porter, but she's right here on the near side. 1-0 Southern Maine. Adela Kahlua with the lone goal so far of the game. That's her first of the season.
Coach, let me know if you want to sub or if you want to bring her back on. Yep.
And that was Grace Steady who was down. She had just checked into the game a short while ago. looks like she got hit up high. And she's going to come off the field for a moment.
Let's get a goal.
And get checked out by the Seahawks head athletic trainer David Cox. Hunter deflects it out of play. Clock rolling, 14:35 to go.
Stop! Get back in. Yep, get back in.
And Grace steady, okay. And she'll trot back out onto the field.
Yeah, but it was when the ball was out. She can go on and play in action.
Ball chipped to the near side. Park will sprint out to grab it. Ball deflects and Papiro chases it down and plays it to herself. Papiro, left side, waiting, chips it on the goal, and it's saved by Gorman.
It looked like Papiro shot that with the outside of her foot as she had a tough angle on net as she was being cut down a little bit there by Emily Bragg.
Breslin. Now Picard at midfield. Across for Kat Hunter. Plays it down the line. Breslin deflects the pass, but it comes right back to the Huskies. That's Emily Baker. Picard rips it away at midfield. Breslin chips it far side, but out of play with 12:50 and counting to go here in the first half.
No, right.
Ball still bouncing in play. Hunter flicks it to herself in the corner and then knocks it out of play.
Keep it down here, White.
Picard redirects it over the far touchline.
Come on, Alex.
11:56 to go in the first. Rossman looking to throw in. She'll wait up for a substitution here from the Seahawks. Emily Smith and Brianna Gustin checking in. Bentz and Hunter coming off.
It is empty.
What? Yep.
Keep it up, Bree.
Goal kick coming here from Gorman.
Oops.
Kate, Central.
I can use the horn on the thing, right? Can I use this one?
10-9 the shot advantage for the Huskies, but the Seahawks with a 6-4 advantage in shots on goal. And the lone score right now belonging to Adela Kalilwa. Ball knocked away from Smith. Porter feeds it forward. Berthium couldn't get to it before the Seahawks send it back up the field. Kick back in her direction again. She can't settle it down. Rossman has it deflected out of play. Smith and a crowd at midfield.
Patience, ladies. Good.
Drop back off to Baker. Cimrello steps up to a ball. Can't carry it over midfield. Turning and running is Alex Allen. Trying to send it back to Kalilwa. Emily Zimrello. Now Katie plays it into space, taken away by Bragg. Papiro. Smith. Papiro drops it back off. Smith wanting to touch it forward. McLaughlin chasing after it, trying to get in the way and pick it off. Now at midfield, Emma Cost. Across to Grace Steedy. Cost. Now Porter. Drives it long down the left side. And Rossman will track it down there and look to turn and send it back up the field for Salve. Porter keeps it alive. And it's fed wide of the goal by Berthium.
Berthium's able to create a shot on her own there as she gets around one Seahawk defender at the line of the 18-yard box. And she just pushes this one past the far post.
Megan Gallant comes on. Maddie Freeman checks off for the Huskies. Haley Dubioso and Bella Alstis getting ready to check in for Salve. Kalilwa and Zimrello tied up. And they're going to call it against Kalilwa. Both of them tangled up. And a smile from Zimrello because I think she got away with that one there. She kind of had Kalilwa tied up around the neck with her offhand.
Yeah, it's 50-50 there. Could toss a coin and see which way it goes on that one.
Rossman rolls it forward. And foul called here against the Huskies with 7:56 and counting to go in the first half. 1-0 the lead for Southern Maine. Zimrello trying to lob it in front, and it's blocked. Zimrello tracks it down right side, sprints up to it, wanted to time it on the goal, and it's blocked out of play by Southern Maine, and now the Seahawks can make their subs. Dubioso and Ostis checking in for Megan McLaughlin and Molly Breslin. A lot of play in the far corner, and it will go back to Southern Maine as we tick under 7 minutes to play in the first half.
Yeah, tuck just a little so we get it. Good, Steady! Stay with it!
Brianna Gustin trying to chase after it. Dubioso plays it into space. Knocked away from Emily Smith. Back comes Alex Allen. Can't connect with Berthium. Molly Leary sends it forward. Gustin trying to jump in the way of that one. Taken by Steady. Walked over midfield by Southern Maine.
Bree, you gotta get back!
And this one will roll all the way to Park. Smith. Now Cost, near side Porter. Her pass deflected. Cost runs onto it. Porter in a crowd. I'm going to slip it through to Alex Allen. Drop back off to midfield and sent forward by Megan Chase. Kalilwa and Papiro tied up in the corner, and Zimrello comes to clean it up and just send it out of play. 5:25 to go. Thrown in to Berthium with space. Rolls it in front. Alex Allen wanting to run under it at the 18. Poked away there. And then chipped long and deep. That's Megan Chase firing it wide.
Good movement by the Huskies. They get the ball from one side of the field to the other. And it's Chase who ends up taking this one, but she gets under it too much. Puts a lot of backspin on the ball, and it'll just carry right over the net.
Zamrello's short kick comes to Papiro. Push forward into space for Smith. Picard turns it over to Emma Cost. Steady. Runs away from Dubioso. Alex Allen. Taken by Picard. Smith now. Dangerously back in the direction of Zamrello. Kalilwa there. Pressuring the pass, and the ball knocked out of play. Papiro lobs into Ostis.
Quickly, Bill, quickly!
Fires it across the field. Gustin. And she's called offside.
That might be a handball there.
The whistle will give the ball back to the Huskies. Elise Porter. Time near side. Drives it forward. Emily Zamrello trying to head it. Taken by Bragg. Back to Porter. Porter trying to play it into the box. Knocked away from Berthium. Gustin. Toe for toe with Steady on the far side. Dubioso sends it towards the goal. It's going to hop and be grabbed by Gorman. 3 minutes to play in the first half. 1-0 Southern Maine with the lead. Ostis can't get to it. Wanted to fire it on the net.
And Galante did a good job for the Huskies of shielding Ostis off there.
Come on, let's stay with it.
Gustin drops back off to Rossman on the far side. Dubioso. Picard wanted to chip it back to Gustin, who was streaking up the far side. And a whistle here against the Seahawks. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Ball chipped back to Ostis. Trying to run under it. Wants to get to her right foot. Dancing through space. Now fires it on the net and it hops into Gorman.
You know, Ostis had a couple chances to shoot there, but the Huskies kept coming at her. She had to create more and more space in order to fire that shot off. Eventually, she gets it off, and it'll just hop short in front of Gorman.
Kalilwa trying to chase it down, and it's fed out of play. Porter will throw in from the near touchline. Lobs it in to Emma Cost. Turned over to the Seahawks. And played all the way across the field as we get the 1 minute announcement from Devin DeFalco.
1 minute remaining in the half.
Ball bouncing out to Smith. And it's turned over to the Huskies once again with 44 seconds to go. Seahawks had a great wave of chances after allowing that goal. Couldn't capitalize. Kalilwa runs over Zamrello. And then finally trying to get around Katie Zamrello. Kalilwa called.
Certainly looked like the first point of contact was worse than the foul, but the Seahawks will take it either way.
10, 9.
Final seconds ticking down here in the first half.
5,
Katie Zamorello drives it forward. Porter
2.
and Dubioso will let it roll away. And that'll do it for the first half. The Huskies strike first. Adela Kalua with her first of the season. The Seahawks do respond. They had a great push there, Ryan, just not able to find the back of the net.
Yeah, the Seahawks were able to take advantage of the wind, pushing that ball back into the Husky zone. They were able to just return all those goal kicks and punts coming from Gorman and keep the Huskies in the zone for quite some time, but nothing comes of it. They had a few good opportunities to strike.
1-0 the score right now. Southern Maine leading Salve Regina. You're watching some non-conference women's soccer action on the Salve Athletics Network. We will pause here for halftime and then be back in a short while for the call of the second half. We'll be back.